Hey there kids, I'm Lloyd Floyd, Joker Jedi. I'm a voice actor, and I voice the Joker for Imaginext DC Super Friends. I'm the first Joker to fight the stupid friends. If I had my way, they'd all be dead right now. You'd not have to cringe at their antics in real life. Ezra Miller, Ezra Miller. And I also voiced Luke Skywalker for Lucasfilm Games, Sony Games, Disney, Marvel Games, and Lego, making me the only Joker Jedi besides Mark Hamill himself, except I get to claim Legion of Doom membership and Rebel Alliance, whereas he just gets to claim Rebel Alliance membership. Also, more Rockstar Games, more Grand Theft Autos, 6, than any other actor, has more characters. Lloyd Floyd, such as I am. Tell me we're rolling in.
We're rolling.
And right now we're staying in one of my favorite places on earth, the Metropolitan Museum. I'm an actor, but that's kind of my day job. In my spare time, a keen student of history, world religions, and such. And that's why the Metropolitan is like my second home. And right there, I just want to point out, it's a really nice clock. And I want it. Come on. Come on. And this is my room. I haven't moved in yet, it's not my furniture. This is cute. All right, come on. Oh, that's fucking clock. How did I book this gig? You may wonder, Lloyd, how did you book this gig? Well, it's my first student film, you see. She needed somebody interesting. She figured just follow me around with a camera at some point and something interesting would happen. That's me tea set there. I can't touch it, but it's mine. Promise. That's not my fireplace. My documentaries have guards. Now, here's where it's really like, oh. Anybody a betting man out there? Welcome, partner. I suppose you won't be using the writing desk. Come on over and we'll play some cards. The old lady will bring out some whiskey soon. Tiffany Fountain. Sounds like an 80s pop singer. And in case you kids don't know, this is the Frank Lloyd Wright room. Yes, and you can't go wrong with Frank Lloyd Wright. You know, he builds houses and stuff. But look at that ceiling. That looks like sort of like a dining car from a fancy train or something like that, right? And everything's stiff, but comfy. Right. Now it's time to play a little game that I play at museums called I Want It. I want it. Oh, definitely. I want it. I want this, but only for open mics. I'll laugh a lot. I'll take 3 of them. Oh, I see a little jacket. I see a little jacket coming up. I do need it, right? Tell me Elvis is not jealous. Oh, I need it. I don't even want it. I need it. Oh, it's terrible. I'll take the lot.
Look at the little tiny teacups. Look at the little tiny teacups over there. You see the tiny teacup? Look at the tiny teacup. Anybody want to have tiny tea with me?
Tiny tea happens at 2:30 in the afternoon. I gave my interior designer LSD. I don't think there's anything wrong with what they did. Who doesn't have a use for something like this? I'll tell you what, kids, you put your books there, you put little cup holders, stuff like that. That one's perfect for snacks. I mean, well, I just told Jules here, everybody thinks psychology is a science. But it's not, it's a philosophy. Only sciences use the scientific method of experimentation and quantify the results, which are repeatable. If you can't quantify it, you can't use the scientific method to conduct an experiment with a control and all that stuff. It's not a science. When you pissed yourself in Frankfurt and I got drunk down in Cologne. I can't remember the words to the sickbed of Cucullin. And you did some fucking black shirt who was cursing all the kids. That's a terrible line, that's.
Not a terrible one. To all those athletes who went to this year's Summer Olympics and didn't win a medal, but had a great time anyway, Visa salutes you. A little bit of Barack Obama. I'm very articulate. I did very little.
You know, Barack, I think it's great on board this Lolita Express. You guys want a drink? You want a drink? My buddy Jeff Epstein owns this plane. Yeah, I hear they have 12-year-old stewardesses. They're not even old enough to drink themselves. They mix us our drink. Here they come now.
Well, I'll have a Shirley Temple. Jules, put that thing down. I got it lit.
That's who had Alexa. I started asking Alexa questions like, Alexa, is there anything I can do for you? Alexa, who's the richest man in the world? Immediately offered up. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world, blah, blah, blah. I said, how much money he makes. I said, who's the second richest man in the world? She just said, Bill Gates, the second richest man in the world. Didn't say how much money he made. And then I said, who's the richest woman in the world? She said the name of the person, and their wealth was like half the amount of the richest man in the world. The next question I asked was, Alexa, did you ever wish you were a man?
Now, kids, I'm not saying you should smoke pot, but you might. Well, I'll tell you a little fun fact about that dumb bitch, my ex-wife. She had Felcha tattooed on her arm. She said it meant loyalty. It doesn't. It means goodbye. Yeah, it was. Oh, my God.
Here we are at my second favorite place in Manhattan. This is Grand Central Terminal. And it may look like a transportation hub, but it's actually built as a huge temple to Hermes, the god of knowledge and wisdom. It's really odd. So you'll see the astronomical ceiling that they have. It's only got half the zodiac. It's got from Cancer all the way over to Aquarius. That's only half the year. So that's odd right there. The builders are trying to tell you something by that. Second of all, if you look up, see that star over there that's lit? It's a very small point of light. There we go. That's lit, okay? Several of the stars in this ceiling light up. But during the pandemic, during lockdown, when it was empty here, I lay on my back for 20 minutes and observe that ceiling. Different stars light up and dim at different times. So there again, the architects are trying to tell us something. I went to the station master's office and I said, did you know that this feature exists? He said, no, I didn't. I go, who does maintenance on that? Can I talk to him to find out when those lights dim and ignite? And I never got an answer on that. But like the times when those particular stars dim and brighten has an astronomical message that the architects of this structure wish to impart upon those with eyes to see and ears to hear, as they say.
When you get dressed in the morning, do you put on?
We get dressed around 11 or 12.
Do you usually put both socks on and then both shoes, or one sock, one shoe, one sock, one shoe?
Around the house, I walk around barefoot. And I put both socks on and then both shoes.
Huh.
I hadn't thought of it before, Jules. Thank you for exploring these searing questions that Americans really want to know.
How do you see the world ending?
How do I see the world ending? I guess human-made disaster and a gradual heating of the entire planet until there's not much to reclaim. But I guess people will always go to Antarctica and the Arctic Circle and think that a very small percentage of the population will be able to live on that cool patch of land down there and stuff like that. So, you know, how will the world end or humanity end? What do you mean? The world or humanity?
Humanity.
Yeah, like through our own fault.
Yeah. Tell me about your ex-wife.
I was a right cunt, that one. Well, she was Shanty Irish, not lace curtain Irish. She taught me the difference between them. The difference between them is that Shanty Irish, no, lace curtain Irish take the dishes out of the sink before they piss in it. Thank you. How does an Irishman know his wife has died? Well, the sex is about the same, but the dishes pile up. How does an Irish wife know her husband has died? Well, the sex is about the same, only it lasts longer. That's me Irish jokes. Straight out of Ireland, was a public defender's daughter who really didn't have much in the way, well, I guess she did have much in the way of education. She had a double major in education and urban multicultural something from Hunter. She had 2 degrees and was a special ed teacher. And then the two of us got busted for marijuana possession together back when it was illegal. and the Board of Ed sent her a cease and desist letter, and she didn't fight, and like she should have, and lost her career. So she's living in her parents' crib in the basement, and she had a near-death experience, and I was dating her at the time, and I said, why don't you come live with me? And like, you can shack up with me, and like, I have health problems too, and you and I shack up together. So we did. She seemed like a very good caretaker. We dated we were together for 7.5 years total, and eventually wound up getting married on a reality show, 4 weddings, and winning said reality show on LSD. And that, nobody can take that from me. I just want to let you guys know, like, don't feel bad for me because the marriage dissolved and, you know, in a supernova of speed, alcohol, and other guys in a mere 3 years. I don't know how you guys plan your life events, but I'm trying to build a solid resume here. And everybody knows you can't be taken seriously as a celebrity in these here United States if you've had at least 2 wives.
When's the second one coming?
Well, and I'm saying, I'm late, but I'm waiting for the right history geek. And I figured these days, why compromise, you know? Why have somebody who's like cool but not smart, or somebody who's smart but listens to bad music, or no music at all, which a lot of smart people do. And you just save it for the right, just wait till the right girl comes along and make a fine, fine bridegroom. I would get married again.
Juliette asked for an eccentric poem, so here's one. It's called Jack in the Box. We'll never know what goes on inside a dishwasher, Schrodinger's cat, the cop outside the door, the noise neighbors make on creaky wooden floors, how air is made, what she's thinking, when is that goddamn bus gonna get here, and all the other things Mama never told us, the secret recipe. In closing, folks, Janis Joplin had a famous interview, and when they asked her what she was trying to do, she said, I try not to bullshit myself, try not to bullshit anybody else, so I could talk to you in this interview, be just as comfortable as if I was sitting in a bar, although I prefer to be sitting in a bar. Cheers.